if it is just straight Goliath versus Hydralisk and Mutalisk in sufficient numbers, that will fall. But it looks like an additional siege tank is being produced. It does have siege tech, so it's going to be key whether that... Oh, Mutalisk just hammering away at this. Looks like one's been taken out, but they got 4 or 5, so I'm not sure if that was a great trade right there. But another 2 getting taken out, which is really going to stifle any plans that Yellow had right there. Ooh, eating a lot of deaths right there, and I think he just stuck in there too long. I think he would have been better off actually, instead of attacking at that angle, attacking at a little bit more of a midpoint angle where the Goliaths actually had to go up the ramp if they were planning on engaging. So I take it back, those Hydralisks looks like they're being converted to defense along that 6 o'clock. Still have to worry about Vultures because they're extremely mobile, they can get out there, can be extremely annoying. Yeah, he lost a lot of Mutalisks right there, which is really going to hurt. Boxer now doesn't have to worry about anything. He can get those science vessels out if he needs to. It looks like he's already got the weapons upgrading to counter lurkers should they press forward. Just get that single science vessel out. A little bit low on tanks, so I don't think he's going to be in a good position to push, but he is in a position to start sending those vultures out. Yellow already on top of it, of course. So it looks like both players really playing right on top of each other, really anticipating. Third factory being placed. Boxer still, and it looks like he's just going to put out... That's not going to last very long. Trying to put out some mines to blockade additional expansions, but the Mutalisks right there, they should easily be able to take out that mine whenever they feel like it. With the that's the problem with doing the mine trick with Zerg players, is they have overlords everywhere if they're playing really well, and so they can take down the mines just like that very easily, and all you're really doing is occupying Mutalisks for half a second rather than delaying expansions for that long. More Hydralisks moving to this bottom right-hand corner. It looks like they're going to be able to take... Oh, careful. Going to be able to take some of these mines out in the field, and that's a really well-placed mine. Able to take out 2 Hydralisks as a result. You can see a little bit of like, come on. Yellow expressing some frustration there, just in that little bit of a movement. Looks like he's moving out to take another thing. And Boxer capitalizing on it, seeing those Hydralisks out in the field, get a swing right back around, get 2 quick drone kills. So very nice play on his part, just using every opportunity, and these guys are just really not missing a beat altogether. Some more Vultures being produced, level 1 weapons, level 1, I think that was level 1 armor that were to be an upgrade, so level 2, kind of moving along the way. Science Vessel also up in position, and Boxer just has to mass up at this stage, and it's up to Yellow to kind of play it, have enough mass to kind of counter Boxer once he decides to move out, and going to lose another Hydralisk right there. At least it was only 1 instead of additional. These Vultures just being so annoying, especially with these cliffs, because even with the spotting, oftentimes Hydralisks kind of being buggy out in the field can have trouble. Let's see if these Vultures do manage to sneak down, check out that location, the bottom right. I'm not sure what those Mutalisks were doing. It looks like they went for a suicide attack to try to bring in those that Scourge on the science vessel, but just suiciding in, getting completely wiped out. I'm not sure I like that play. And still no Hydralisks out in the field to help defend here at the 6 o'clock, so more drones just getting exposed here. Let's see, they're starting to attack in the field, disrupting Yellow's economy once more. And Boxer just in a great position. He's I think he's going to be able to push at this bottom right. I don't know that Yellow's really going to be able to hold it with the amount he has, and with the constant Vulture harass, he's just been able to pick off things absolutely left and right. But it looks like some lurkers out in the field to try to deal with them. And quick hive tech. Now we have the Filer Mound out in position. Yellow is going to have 4 gas momentarily to work with. I don't know how long he's going to hold it, or if he's even going to be able to hold it. It looks like he's just hoping to clog everything in that bottom right and hope that Boxer doesn't push. But drones out in the field in transition, nothing to protect them, and Vultures right there that can pounce on them, but missing it. So let's see how many drone kills actually happen. It looks like the Hydralisk's just going to hold firm. So a lot of drone kills getting... it looks like 4 or 5 drones, and so Yellow, a little bit of a miscue right there. These Vultures really worth their weight in minerals, I guess. I'm not sure how heavy minerals are. I assume they're fairly light. So you got SCVs. They don't look very buff, do they? They can kind of... I don't know. I think you could probably kill a Zergling by running over it with a car. Because remember that cutscene from the original StarCraft? That's kind of how I view it. So you could probably hit it with a car. So an SCV gets easily worked by a Zergling. It can't run it over, so probably not size of a car. So minerals got to be pretty light. There's your logic for you. And there, you learned something new today. That's definitive deductive logic. So right now, interestingly enough, Yellow having having a lot of trouble with his mobility because the Vultures, the mines all over in the field. Boxer looking like he wants to go take another expansion. Yellow right on top of it, though. It looks like he's already got something to scout in that upper right-hand corner. A lot of tanks. Lurkers taking a couple hits as they're just moving in transition out in the field just to create a similar problem for Boxer. But I feel like it's Boxer should probably run out and do something fairly rapidly, because that Defiler tech's already up. Yellow at 4 gas, even though he's lost several drones. I still feel like he's going to be in a pretty decent tech position. Boxer still at 3 bases, just now taking his 3rd to 4, and Yellow's going to have the mass. He's going to have some swarm to work with, and he's going to have that Hydos combination, which has been very, very successful for Zerg players, is going the kind of the Defiler swarm versus mech, and then using Plague to kind of support it, particularly against Science Vessel Light and some lurkers in the mix. And looks like Boxer is just going very Vulture heavy. He's trying to use those mines as effectively as he can. Yellow limiting the movement of the Vultures with this is really interesting with with the lurkers out in the field. And Yellow able to get a, looks like, I think there's a Science Vessel should be coming up momentarily, but still going to get some SCV kills. Looks at least 3 SCV kills, which I think makes it worthwhile. Academy down to help support right there, and the Hydos moving up, going to be able to pick off a couple Vultures here and there. Those Vultures still, they're finding lots of ways to roam free and lots of ways to be annoying, which is extremely distracting. And Yellow left his bottom right hand corner completely exposed in the meantime, didn't he? Which is okay. He does have 2 sunken colonies, but it's still not going to be enough. Boxer's just going to be able to run his way in there and still get a lot of drone kills. Yeah, he just needs to plant a couple units down there so they can't just keep running in like this, because that's still cost effective for Boxer. It's just cheap minerals that you can throw away and get drone kills with. Just hurts Yellow a lot more than I think it's hurting Boxer. 2 siege tanks to provide some defense in that upper right. Seeing more morph to lurk. I think we've already got a Defiler out in the field somewhere. I'm just not seeing it on screen. 3rd gas starting to pump, and Yellow taking all, yeah, there it is, taking all over the map, and it looks like he's just going to try to play map control, take everything, take that 12 o'clock, maybe even take the middle of the map, and make sure Boxer has to sit at 3 bases, and then just start massively pile driving him with just massive amounts of units in combination with the Defiler swarm. So, and it looks like that Overlord running into these Goliaths, just so intelligent. You can see their brilliance just continuing to run over the lurker field. They know they're getting hit, but they just continue to just press and move out. Looks like some siege tanks, yeah, they're just taking up kind of that position on the ridge, but being countered by some lurkers to the north. And it looks like beautiful swarm there. That's going to be a lot, pretty difficult for these tanks and other units to work against. Goliath's absolutely worthless once that swarm's down. And Boxer, as you can see, is very, very tank light. So let's see if he gets a little bit more tank heavy here. I think he's actually still at 3 factories last time I checked. So let's see if he can switch around, get some more tanks out in the field, because that's what he's going to need to kind of press in this mid-game. But Yellow really exploiting this well. He knows that Boxer's, and whatever reason, yeah, the Goliaths and more tanks just wandering right in. Boxer a little bit out of practice here. Brilliant units here. But Boxer, yeah, just needs to get a little bit more tank heavy. He's starting to get those additional factories down. And actually, looks like he's going to rely more on Vultures. Yeah, he's going to rely more on the Vultures and more on the mines. He's really worried about that drop. You can see all the turrets, all the mines along that backfield edge. It looks like some Zerglings getting it's not even a fair fight, getting completely destroyed in that upper left-hand corner. Hydralisks popping out that corner, and they're going to try and engage here. That's not enough. And there is a large drop moving in with a lot of lurkers, but kind of out of position. The swarm right there. Yellow could easily take out a lot of these supply depots, which would really hurt Boxer. Just, oh man, that is a devastating amount of supply. And when you get supply lock with mech units like that, mech is so slow to get back around. That's a great position for Yellow. Another swarm right in position. No tanks and siege, nothing nearby. And you can see a little bit of a comment there like, did I catch you by surprise with that, or something along those lines. But beautiful swarms by Yellow, just continuing to press forward. Finally, tank siege is up, is able to take out some units here, but not before a huge amount of devastation is wrought. You can see the supply depots just in ruin everywhere. This is going to open up a lot of opportunity for Yellow to just continue his economic expansion. He's already taken out a factory. He's taken out a lot of stuff, and Boxer still hasn't managed to clean this up. So Boxer needs to go out and I think make a move here, otherwise he's going to be in deep trouble in not too long. Yellow getting a little bit too aggressive, running headlong into some mines, but still in a really good position. 3 siege tanks still trying to get some corner position to the north, and 2 Zerglings randomly, it looks like they are crack upgated, just running free, starting to work away at those supply depots continually, but and another large attack force moving out to the north. So I think actually Yellow's in a fantastic position to kind of take this game out. Boxer still just hanging out at 3 bases. He's had a lot of damage. He can establish that 12 o'clock. Looks like he's probably going to end up losing a lot in that upper right hand corner. And yeah, a couple mines going off, and you hear that, oh, Zerglin's getting absolutely wiped out there, and those Hydralisks just attack moving in. Again, the Goliaths, headlong. This has been kind of the story of the game for these Goliaths, is they just seem to really like those Lurker Spikes, even though they do damage. It must be like a drug, cocaine here. And an SCV kind of defiantly, okay, it looks like finally moving up. Defiantly, another huge drop moving in. I know those Overlords have to be chock full of delicious Zerg units here. Some siege tanks moving around. Looks like some more mines have been planted. But yeah, with a really nice counterattack. Again, the mech army completely out of position. That's a problem with Heartbreak Raging.